Hello, hello. Welcome to Styled to Sell Week. We are going to go through your style, the personal brand image that you are exuding, that you are showcasing to the world, because you get to decide how you want your personal style to be and how you want to be seen as, because people don't want to have to work to try to figure out what you're all about, but they are trying to do it regardless if you're being intentional about your style, your personal brand, or not. You used to have 7 seconds to make a first great impression, and that is no longer the case. It went from 7 seconds to 3 seconds. Now it's down to a millisecond. Millisecond, ladies. Can you believe that? What do you have time to do in a millisecond? Absolutely nothing. You can't say anything. So a picture says 1,000 words, also translates to our style. They are creating a picture of you in their minds, and they're deciding what you're all about. And it's great if your current image is representing that. But if it's not, it might be hindering you. It might be preventing you from being able to attract those premium clients that you're wanting. In addition to that, what you're going to learn today is that what you are wearing is actually going to affect how you are showing up. And honestly, that's my number one concern first, is how you feel about you, how you see yourself, and in increasing your capacity, increasing what you believe about yourself so that you will actually go out there and do it. Because studies show that if you don't believe that you could actually get the client, if you don't believe that you could actually sell the home, you're not even going to try. And if for some reason you white knuckled it, like when you white knuckling is like when you are trying to hold onto something so tight and then your knuckles turn white. And when we say that in an expression, when you're trying to do something, it's like you're forcing yourself to do it until something gets into your way. You'll get a roadblock, and then you just want to give up. And very, very easily. I mean, come on. Sometimes we all want to give up, right? When things get hard. But when you are white knuckling it, when your belief doesn't match the action you're taking, it's really easy to get off the rails and to stop going for it. So that is why my number one goal is to have you have that belief in yourself and see yourself as the style icon that you are. Each of you have been blessed with the gifts that you've been given. You have the ability within you to go and reach the goals that you have, to be that style icon where you can walk into a luxury home, feel like you belong there, feel like you can sell it, and have the belief there. But we need to remind ourselves of who we are. And then you're going to show up. You're going to dress in the way that is very intentional for you. You have a habit every morning, we all do, of how our morning is going to go. And what you decide to wear is a direct reflection of that. So I just want you to take a moment. And I know some of you, this is a virtual event. It's not like you were intentionally getting dressed today to be seen, but I want you to think for a moment. Just look at yourself right now, how you're currently dressed and the way that you styled yourself. Is it in alignment with your dream clients? Is it in alignment with who you are trying to attract? Or is there a little bit of a disconnection there? Maybe how you showed up today to work. Well, first of all, if there is, I first want to say congratulations for being here. Those who are here live and those who are watching the replay, for making this an importance in your life. So I for sure want to be able to tell you that. way to go, because there's a lot of you out there, you guys. 70% of women want to change their style. 70%. Small percentage of you will actually do it. Will actually do it. So here you are showing up, doing the work. So congratulations. I just want to say that. Number two, the workbook was emailed out a little bit before this class. So if you didn't get the workbook, go grab it. Inside there is an outline for the next 4 days. We're going to be here, same time, same place, creating and designing your personal brand image. And so I want you to for sure know that. Also, let me see if I have a printout copy of it. I do. In here, I want you to pay attention to this page in your workbook, because this is what Style Guide Society, which is my image consultancy that we've had since 2019, is all about. I am the one and only style icon coach, image consultant for luxury real estate agents. And I have a life coaching certification, because it goes hand in hand with my image consulting. Because of I was helping clients, and so many of them had feelings about their body and how they looked, and they just wanted to give up because they didn't like how they currently looked, especially women over 40. Their bodies are changing. The clothes that used to work no longer work, and it was so frustrating for them. So I wanted to, before I styled the outside, I wanted to transform the inside out. And so that's the way that I run my consultancy. I have the coaching certification for that reason. I saw such a high need of it. And this is what makes me very unique as a style and image consultant. And I love that I get to offer this for my real estate agents. So just wanted to point that out. There's 3 elements to the style icon method. Number 1, your self-image and how you see yourself. Number 2, fashion education. So many women have not been taught how to style themselves. Some of us have like a natural eye, and we think those are the women that are, you have to be born with it to have great style. It's absolutely not true. It can be taught, and you can learn this. And it's not as complicated as it feels. It would be like walking into, a higher level math class. And if you don't know your addition, your subtraction, your multiplication, those really well, then it would seem overwhelming. You want to pull your hair out. You might be in tears. You're frustrated and you want to give up on learning math. But when you go back to the basics and build on the skills that you have, it will feel more effortless and so much easier. And you will eliminate the hair pulling, the tears, the frustration, and wanting to give up. I have a lot of clients who don't even want to go shopping. I'm not saying you need to, but they avoid going shopping because they don't want to go into the dressing room to try on the clothes because of how they feel about themselves. And so we want to just eliminate all of that, go back to the basics. We're going to clean out our thoughts about ourselves. And it's not about positive thinking, and we'll get into that another day. But we're going to learn from the ground up and find out where the holes are. Chances are you've missed some of the holes, or they've changed on you. That happens as we've gotten older. Maybe our hair color's changed, our body shape has changed. And so we're trying to do the same things that we always have, and it's not working out the same way. And so we get really frustrated. And so just taking a step back and starting from the beginning is a great place to start. And just with any other skill, those essentials you have to go back to them on a regular basis, right? Just going back and making sure you really know that. That is true with your fashion education, but you don't have to study style. That's what I have. I have a fashion merchandising degree and a minor in marketing. So fashion and marketing is my jam. It's always been my thing. And that's what I use the tool of personal style to help you attract your clients, stand out online, just really elevating that image in a way that feels authentic to you. So, fashion education is number two. And the third one is your personal style. So many times we think that we need to, um, that we don't have style, that you might shop from mannequins that were put together by a 16-year-old working at the store, or we try to copy someone else's style. And sometimes that doesn't work well with our coloring, with our body shape, and with our personal style. It's like we're kind of picking and randomly choosing different outfits. And then when we get it home, we don't have a fully functioning wardrobe. We have some outfits in there, some of them that you probably really love, and a whole lot of clothes that you really don't wear a whole lot. And if you do, it's with certain pieces. It's hard to interchange and create multiple outfits with clothes that are individual outfits. So when we're shopping from mannequins and buying just outfits or trying to copy one, it, we end up spending more money and buying more things than if we had been more strategic about the buying decisions. I will tell you that a lot of my friends expect me to have like a closet full of clothes, like lots and lots of clothes, maybe because so many of my friends have like a bedroom that they're putting their clothes in, like using an extra bedroom as a closet in addition to their closet in their bedroom. But I just don't. I'm not a minimalist. I have more than what would, a minimalist would have, but I just know how to use my pieces and I wear them a lot, which lowers the cost per wearing because every time you wear an item, you subtract that. So if you buy something and you wear it once, then that wearing was the full price of the item, regardless if you bought it at 90% off on Black Friday, right? If the more times you wear it, you divide that by the amount of wearings and the price, and that will give you your cost per wearing. And the more that you wear it, it it just lowers and lowers and lowers it. So that is why you want to be really strategic about the pieces that you do buy because you want to wear them as much as possible. We're not about, wearing things once or twice and then never wanting to be seen in that again. I love that Kate Middleton kind of was the first public figure to kind of say, no, it's okay. Like you will see her wear the same outfit in multiple different settings. It's not like, oh, she was photographed in that. Can't wear that again. Not true here. We want to wear pieces that we love, that look good on us because that's going to change our brain. Okay. So I love this concept. And this is one of my core beliefs here at Style Guide Society and core teaching. And it's been scientifically proven that what you wear changes your brain. Yes. Yes, you heard that correctly. What you wear is not superficial. What you wear is very important. And what we heard growing up, that you want to dress for success, dress for the job you want, not the one that you currently have. It's been scientifically proven now that what we wear changes our brain and how we show up. It can actually make things okay. Here's a great example. Have you ever put something on and then you were kind of like self-conscious about it all day, like your bra straps falling down, or you're worried about anything showing, or your stomach, or, bending over back in 2000s when the pants were really low. And um, if you've ever worn something that you didn't really love everything about it, it's something that was on your mind. It preoccupied your brain. And in and how it shows up is when you are presenting, when you're loving on your clients, when you're out there serving your people, you're worried about that and it's taking up space. But when you wear an outfit that you are rocking, you no longer have to think about you. You don't have to think about what you're wearing because you've already done the preparation before. You can just show up and not think about you and serve your people. And just think about loving on them and doing what you do best because you've prepared. I'm going to get more into the scientific, exactly what it is in just a moment. But a great example of this is when you've done the preparation for your meals. You are eating your meals, you're healthy, you feel good, you look good because you're giving yourself the right nutrition. And then you don't have to worry about what you're going to have for dinner because you've already prepared for that. You already know what it's going to be. You have all the ingredients. You don't have to run to the store at the last minute. Like your day just goes so much smoother when you've handled that or you've hired someone to handle that for you, right? When you handle your image, your day is going to go so much smoother from first thing in the morning and then all day long. It's going to carry with you all day. When you don't, that also carries with you all day. And so this is the study that happened. So there was a group of people that they took and they put on a white doctor's coat and they gave them cognitive tests. They wanted to see how their brain would work in different situations. And they also did it with another group of people who they gave them the exact same white coat, but they told them it was a painter's coat. Who do you think scored higher on the cognitive tests? Who do you think? The doctors, those who were given the doctor's coat or the painter's coat? Those who were given the doctor's coat scored higher. They had higher cognitive results than those who were told it was a painter's coat. In addition to that, they had to physically be wearing the coat. They tested it also with the coat on the chair next to them. They also tested it with it hanging in the room. And none of those scored as well as the people who were wearing the doctor's coat. And the reason why the doctor's coat worked is because we have this overarching belief about doctors that they're highly educated, they have a high IQ. We think they're trustworthy. We believe them. They know their stuff, right? So when they put on the doctor's coat, they behaved like a doctor. Also, children who are given costumes, right? Like Superwoman, Batman, like all the costumes, like that, like my kids wanted Anna and Elsa when they were little. Nobody had to tell them how to be a superhero or how to act like Anna and Elsa. They put that costume on and they ran with it. They knew exactly what to say, what to do, how they would behave, they just became Elsa, became Wonder Woman. That's my favorite. So they would just become that character in their brain. It just made a switch. And that's what happened when they put on the doctor's coat and look, the painter's coat was great, right? It's, being a painter is very talented, hard work, but you just don't have that overarching belief about them. And so that's why the doctor's coat works. So you get to decide, you get to find out what your doctor's code is. And being aware of how you feel and how you're acting in different outfits is going to determine your doctor's code. It's actually different for everybody, but I'll tell you this. When you are wearing clothes that you love, that is in your right colors, that is in silhouettes that you feel beautiful in, that's going to ignite the enclothed cognition. So that's the scientific term, enclothed cognition, basically the clothes that you're wearing in your brain, right? It's going to activate the enclosed cognition, and you're going to show up as your best possible self as you are right now. That's what I love about it is you don't have to study more. You don't have to do more. It's not about doing more. It's about preparing and putting on the right clothes. And I believe that you have clothes right now in your closet that will do this for you. You know enough to do this. You might have to trust yourself. You might have to go on a treasure hunt in your closet. But regardless, I believe there is at least one outfit that you can put on that's going to do that for you. Oftentimes, it might be an outfit. Maybe you're going to go meet some friends for, from college that you haven't seen in a long time for lunch. That outfit might be it. Okay. That color might be it. Where it gets a little frustrating is when we try to put on outfits that we used to like and we go to put it on, we don't like it anymore. And we want to, with your style audit in your book. So in your workbook, if you didn't, I also sent an email, but in your workbook in the bottom corner, there's a button here that you can click on, and that will allow you to book a style audit. And you get that free. It's part of being part of this class. That is one of the benefits for signing up for an event like this. Not only do you get the free live training with the workbook, you get the style audit. It's with me. Like I will meet with you and we will do a quick style audit to find out where you are getting stuck, finding out what you need to do for your next steps. So I highly encourage you to book that. Tomorrow we're going over the design your brand look. We're going to, oh, that's not right. Yes, I think it is. Anyway, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. But we're going to be together the next 4 days. All right. Enough about that. Let's dive into some of the style myths. Let's see. I may have covered some of them while I was talking. Style myth number one, we either have style or not. As you already know from earlier, that is false. We are not only born with it. You might be born with it. There's people who have a really good eye for color, good eye for style. But if it's not you, guess what? You can still learn it. It is not you have to be born with it thing. Number two, you have to have the perfect body. A lot of women believe that because they don't like something about their body, that now they can't look stylish, they can't be beautiful, especially a lot of my clients who that come to me and they feel like they need to lose weight first. Oh my gosh. So not true. That is the biggest lie that we tell ourselves, that like, oh, I need to lose weight before I can look cute, or I need to do this before I can style myself. Biggest myth ever. There is something that number one, there is ways to style anybody. I will tell you, I've styled hundreds of women. Not one person has thought that they had a perfect body. Not one. Even I've worked in the modeling industry. I was a lead stylist at Phoenix Fashion Week. I live in Arizona and worked with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of models, and not one of them either think that they have a perfect body. Nobody thinks that. So there's always something that each of us need to overcome about how we look. And some of it is some of the coaching and some of it some styling. It's a combination, right? The style icon method is learning what styles look best on us and designing our personal style and the mindset. It's a holistic approach to style. Number 3, you have to spend a lot of money. Absolutely false. That is a myth that having money. Listen, there's a lot of women who have lots of money and are spending it and don't have style. And they are struggling too. So you absolutely do not need to spend a lot of money unless you want to. It's more important that you are in your budget, whatever that is, and having a budget. Do you have a style budget? And and do you use it for your marketing? This is a marketing budget. You're going to have your branding shoots done. You absolutely can write those off. And if you need to buy some new clothes, it needs to be in your budget for your business, but also just being, budgeting wisely for your financial resources for your personal as well. I need to grab a drink. I'm getting over a flu. I'm so sorry. Last week I was hit. We were hit at our house. Anybody else have the flu? Oh my gosh, it was nasty, but we are ready for you today. Okay. Number 4, you have to have a lot of clothes. That too is a myth. Oh my gosh, you guys, sometimes there's a certain amount of clothes that we feel safe with. And I would never tell you to eliminate any clothing if it starts making you feel a little nervous, because it's more important to me that you have the clothes that we can create outfits with that's going to ignite that enclothed cognition and attract your premium clients. And majority of the American women only wear about 20% of their clothes. So there probably is quite a few things you could get rid of, but I would never tell anyone to get rid of anything that they don't feel comfortable. It's got to be an easy yes. And I know a lot of people just say, get rid of it, get rid of it. No, it's got to be an easy yes, because this is what I've learned. When you go through your closet on a regular basis, like twice a year, eventually you're going to make quicker and easier decisions. You'll learn what you'll wear, you learn what you won't wear. And until you feel confident that you're not going to need that, I don't want you to get rid of it. And eventually you will get to a place, if it's something that you aren't going to wear, you will eventually be okay with getting rid of it. So there's no hurry, there's no rush. Listen, we are constantly evolving our personal style. There's no reason to rush this. This is a journey. We're not going to look at ourselves, at our current body, at our current style, and ever shame her. We're never going to do that. What we want to do is find ourselves again. We're designing our personal style, but we're also finding ourselves. When I start, okay, so I have a long history of fashion throughout. I'm 50 years old. I've always been in the fashion industry. However, I have this gap when I stopped working. I had 4 kids in 6 years, and gosh, I just wanted to, have a clean shirt on. I just wanted to get a shower. If anybody's gone through that experience, you know what that feels like. And I had to start slowly on just wearing clothes from my closet that I loved. And what I noticed is after I got out of the mom haze and I started wearing clothes that I loved, then I started awakening again. I didn't even know I was numb. I started feeling like myself again. I started loving the things that I used to love before a bunch of nonsense in my life, right? I started feeling more alive. And I was 40 years old at this point, 10 years ago. And it was like this beautiful awakening. And I didn't even know I needed it. I didn't even know I was numb. I didn't even know that until, it's kind of like you didn't know the window was dirty until you washed it. It's like I didn't miss it. But then when I was experiencing again, then I was like, oh my gosh, I need to share this with other women. That's when I started talking about image and style again after taking a break with my for my kids. Prior to that, I was a consultant for CK Jeans, and they flew me all over the country half the month, and so I couldn't do that while I was having my children. And it just all the things inside me that I love started coming out again. And if that is you, if you kind of feel like you're kind of and maybe you don't even know it yet, but if you feel like you've lost your zest for life, finding clothes in your closet and just starting being more intentional and loving your clothes and loving how you look. Oh my gosh. Life changing, literally. That's what gave me the reason to get back in the fashion industry again. Became the lead stylist at Phoenix Fashion Week, opened my own consultancy, and now I'm flying all over the country speaking on personal branding and image and style for real estate agents. It's how it's evolved is beautiful. And we've told ourselves so many lies about ourselves, and other people have told us things, and we replay it in our brain over and over and over again. We get lost sometimes. And that's what we want to do is find ourselves again, design our personal style, and have it align with dream clients. So there's some psychological reasons, and enclothed cognition is one of them. It's a psychological reason. It changes your brain. It changes how you think. It changes how you feel. It changes what you think about yourself. When you put on something that you know you look good in, you feel beautiful. Because when you look at yourself, you're like, oh, this isn't bad. I like this outfit. And that, creates the feeling of, oh, I feel good. And then you go out and you serve your people at your highest level. Number two, psychological, is color confidence. This is something that I have coined. You feel confident when you are wearing your best colors. When you put it on, your skin looks better, your eyes look brighter, the wrinkles go away a little bit. It's like giving yourself a little instant facelift. Everything in your face comes up, shines, is brighter. The imperfections are less noticeable when you are wearing your best colors. And your brain knows it, you know it, and you are going to show up better. It's tapping into that enclosed cognition. I call it color confidence effect. It affects how you see yourself, how you feel, and you have the confidence to to hit that live button, to go talk to someone at a networking event. It's going to give you that color confidence effect that if it was the same thing, but in a color that didn't look good on you, you would look washed out. You would feel you want to hold back. Your confidence goes down, and your ability to lead goes down as well. So that's where I get the color confidence effect. Another psychological, oh gosh, we are running out of time almost. Okay. Another psychological effect. And I wonder if I'm going into another day, but that's okay. Psychological effect number 3 is Veblen goods. So the Veblen goods effect is when something looks more expensive, or actually is priced more expensive, then people are want it based on price, like a Louis Vuitton. I mean, that's my purse of choice, Louis Vuitton. Like it's priced more expensive, so it makes it more desirable. Luxury homes priced more expensive, more desirable. When we are dressed in a way that looks expensive, then you're going to be a more desirable real estate agent. They're going to believe because you dress nice that you are going to be a better real estate agent. And this is why other real estate agents are getting more listings, is because that might not be as good as you, but they might have their personal brand, their style, their image, their personal branding. You are your personal brand, in case you didn't know that. Your personal brand. So I love the quote by Jeff Bezos. Your personal brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. That is your personal brand. So how you're showing up and how you are presenting yourself, your presence is your personal brand. And the more that you can elevate that, it's going to have the psychological effect of belief that you're going to be a better real estate agent than somebody else who doesn't dress as nice as you because of the Veblen goods. Also, another one that I really love, or another psychological reason, is the halo effect. They believe if you know the latest trends in style and fashion by looking at you, right? Because they haven't, may not even talked to you yet. They're just meeting you. They see you and they think you're stylish, you're put together, you know of the latest trends and styles and fashion. The halo effect, the psychological effect of that, it's going to blend over to your business. How you do one thing is how you do everything. You probably heard that. So if you're dressed and you're polished and styled, they're going to believe that you know like the latest trends in fashion. You're going to know what's up and coming. You're going to be able to, create a polished and detailed contract because of the way that you're styled, the way that you are presenting yourself. So how you are presenting yourself is either attracting or repelling your premium clients. So we want to make sure that we are igniting that enclosed cognition, the color confidence effect, and taking advantage of those psychological effects. You guys, it's not that people are doing this to be rude. They're not making judgments because they're bad people or they're mean. That's not what this is about. It's the way that our brains is designed. It's the way that we as human nature are designed. We love beautiful things. We are drawn to beauty. And when we are bombarded with so many things on social media and advertising and email, I mean, you guys all know how much we are bombarded with things. And because of that, our brains have to make decisions quickly. And when we're making a decision in an instant, in a millisecond, we're going to do that by making judgments to survive. It's a survival mechanism. And because we're seeing all the posts, we, might be in a room full of a lot of people, we need to make judgments quickly. And fortunately or unfortunately, we know this about society, about our brains, about our business, then we can make educational and intentional decisions based on that. We know that people are going to make judgments quickly. So we need to be able to dress in a way that's going to attract them and not repel them. And we need to style ourselves in a way that's going to ignite that enclosed cognition so that the way that you experience life is at a higher level than what, you know, and we're always growing. Our capacity is always for more. So as we are working on our style and working on and being intentional about how we are presenting ourselves, I asked you the question at the very beginning of this call. How did you do today? How did you do today on styling yourself in the right colors? Give yourself a point if you're wearing a color that you love. You've ignited the color confidence effect. Give yourself a point if you are wearing clothing that you know flatters your body. And give yourself a point if you have your hairstyle and your makeup done the way that you feel really confident. If you were going to run into someone at the grocery store, you would feel fully confident to hand them your business card and to talk to them while you're waiting in line and be proud of it. You're proud of how you're showing up, who you are, and your image. Now, those are the three things in the first phase of there's four phases total of creating and developing your personal brand image. Those are the first three things that we need to know. Our colors, our silhouettes. So a silhouette is a a, a a cut of clothing. So for example, boot cut jeans is a silhouette. Skinny jeans is another silhouette. Like bell bottoms, that's a silhouette. So knowing your best silhouettes um, are part of the building blocks of designing your personal style. This has to be done. Your best colors, your best silhouettes, and your hair and makeup, which I call beauty. That is the building block. You don't know that, you can't move on. That's where we try to put, some outfits together, but yet we don't know that. That's where you're going to want to pull your hair out and you're going to be in tears and you're thinking there's something wrong with you, and there's not anything wrong with you. We just need to go back and make sure those building blocks are all set. So as part of learning what those exact steps are, I have the Iconic Woman Mastermind, which you get your color analysis. So you know your best colors, your best prints, your contrast level, whether you should wear gold or silver, maybe both are just as beautiful for you, and the best silhouettes for you, and hair, makeup, like all of that phase one is inside the Iconic Women Mastermind. So if you didn't get 3 points, then this is for you. Now, we do a lot more in the Iconic Women Mastermind than just that. So we're going to go through the other steps a little bit later. But if you didn't get a 3, you for sure need to join us inside the Iconic Women Mastermind. And the doors, I'm opening them today, and you get a color analysis, a body shape guide, digital color swatches, and a color guide with makeup on all of that. And it's a 12-month program where we coach. Let's see, we do an image coaching call once a month. This week, we're talking about the style icon method, and really using our thoughts to create the life that we want. So that's this week. If you join today, you'll be able to join us on Wednesday for that call. The next week, we're doing our style coaching. So you get style coaching for a full year. A full year. So I do a lesson and then we coach. Then the next week we do office hours. You can come to me with any questions that you have. And then the next week is the mini capsule wardrobe drop that I'm doing in the month of 2025. So it's only $500, ladies, $500 for the year. I used to, I used to charge $497 for the color analysis alone. You're getting that plus the body shape guide, color guide, and all the things. So if that sounds like it's for you, join us today. I'm giving the first 5 people who decide to join us a private 50-minute 50 consult. So come join us inside the mastermind. If not, today, well, hopefully you come and join us, but we will see you no matter what tomorrow, same time, same place. And I want to encourage you to go into your closet today and pick your outfit out for tomorrow. Just go on a treasure hunt. Even if you don't believe it's there, go pick out an outfit, get it ready to wear tomorrow. That will help your morning go so much smoother, help everything throughout the day because you'll be styled in a way to ignite that enclothed cognition. All right. We will see you tomorrow. If you have any questions, you can put it in the Q&A, but our time is up. I promised you 45 minutes. Mwah. Love you guys. Until tomorrow, think like a style icon. Bye-bye.